Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Culture Shock Podcast. It's episode 2. I'm Rob.
My name is Bas.
And today we're going to review Black Panther and talk about some gaming, internet kind of new stuff. So let's go to the Black Panther review.
Mainly, Black Panther is the main thing we're talking about today. So we recently saw it in the cinema, and I think we
in the movie theater.
In the theater, we kind of have like mixed reviews about it.
We haven't talked about it too much.
We tried.
I think I like it more than he does, but I also don't buy into what everybody says about it.
Okay. True. Okay, sure. So, let's start off at the beginning, I guess.
Okay, by the way, this is a spoiler-ridden review.
Spoiler, definitely, yeah.
So what we'll do for iTunes, if we can leave some sort of timestamp there, we will. We'll try and leave it in the description what minute to minute we stop talking about the spoilers. And on YouTube, we'll leave like embedded, like sort of links to the time in the description, so you can skip over it if you just want to hear the part where we talk about news.
The game news and stuff. Yeah. We'll skip over the Black Panther. So
we're gonna start talking about spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
So the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
You like meet Black Panther.
Yeah.
The main character.
Okay.
As he never freezes. That's what he says.
He never freezes, and then 10 minutes later
he freezes.
Not even 5 minutes later.
No.
So he's in this kind of on this rescue mission. We're not given full context. He goes down, rescues this girl. We find her to be the love interest in the movie.
Yes.
But a resistant love interest, which is a nice sort of change of pace because we see in Iron Man that, although Iron Man and Penny is her name, right? In Iron Man?
I don't think it's Penny, but it's Jane, right? No, Jane is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's anyway. Yeah, it's Penny. I'm pretty sure. There was sort of a little bit of resistance there, but I mean, Tony Stark's a rich bastard, so that was never not going to work.
True.
So I think it's nice to see. That was a little bit refreshing, and I'm not going to be like, "Oh, this movie's so refreshing, guys."
Yeah.
Oh, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, but like, you might see on camera like our skin tone. It's not really the main skin tone in the movie, and it's a big movie for.
Yeah, it's a big deal because it's probably one of the first movies to have like a majority black cast.
Yeah.
Like, not even Get Out is a really big movie for like black people as well, but.
Mm-hmm. But this is really superhero.
But like a lot of the characters in that were still they were still white in that movie.
Yeah, and this is like for like a good for kids like black people in the movies like keeps them going, I guess.
Well, not keeps them going, but
no, but
it's like it's nice to see.
Yeah, exactly. And it's actually about like the problems in America as well. Although this movie,
it recognizes like
which is good. Like Marvel started doing that recently with Civil War and other types of movies, which is good. And I like that.
So like
that's a good thing.
We see it like near the start of the movie as well, where Killmonger, we see we don't see him, but we see his father be murdered. Yeah. Which is sort of, you could say it's reminiscent of like LA at the time in the 80s, early 90s, like.
Yeah, exactly.
That death was written off because it's a bad neighborhood in LA. He was killed. What like? Oh no, sorry, he wasn't.
No.
They brought him. They killed him, but they brought him back. No, they didn't bring him back to Wakanda. He was left there.
Yeah, because he was using his powers.
Yeah, he was.
To protect like other people, and he was like expanding the Wakandan.
Yeah, but we see that
that's not allowed.
Nothing about the murder ever happened, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the father of the Black Panther
Killmonger,
kills him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like nothing. There's that murder was sort of it's a minor detail, but like no,
it's not a minor detail.
What I'm trying to say about it is a minor detail. Like, there was no ever repercussions about the murder. Like,
no, that's true.
Like, there probably wasn't much of an investigation because the neighborhood had happened.
Yeah.
So that was sort of. It's also.
Yeah.
Like, that's Killmonger represents frustrated people, basically.
Yes. In
the movie, and that makes him a very compelling bad guy, because he's not just a bad guy.
No, he's like an actual solid.
He's a character.
Reason.
Like, Marvel struggles to make bad guys characters. Yeah. I think. And this guy is actually a character. Like, Killmonger's a genuine character.
What I said in the last episode, like that, I actually felt sad for him, which is like pretty good. But
I mean,
they actually gave him like some solid background and stuff.
Yeah, he got. It's not just like like Loki. Loki is just. There's a little bit like he wants to destroy Earth because he hates Thor. Yeah. You know, like what?
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Just like kill all these people on Earth because you hate your brother. That's like that's a big deal. Like,
it's not like this guy's like he doesn't want to kill everybody on Earth. He actually thinks what he's doing is right.
But so the first scene is when like you see him get killed. It's
near the start of the movie.
He doesn't get killed, but you see like that what he's doing.
He gets killed. Yeah, you see him get killed.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. He stabs him.
Okay, you see that immediately?
Yeah.
That's a little weird, because you just start off with that and you got no context, which is
That's true. I mean, we didn't know.
Weird, but at the end of the movie, like if the pieces fit together.
Yeah, but at the end,
still,
at the end of the day, on that,
you kind of get thrown in the dark a little bit.
But at the end of the day, on that, why would we know who he is at that point? Because Killmonger isn't even on the map.
True.
Like he's nobody, which is
he's the kid, you see the kid.
Yeah.
Like.
But the point is that he is nobody.
Yeah.
Like he's a nobody in the eyes of like.
But he's just a kid playing basketball. So.
Yeah.
Of course. And he's a nobody in the movie. Yeah.
But moving on from that, like then we get back to present day. So that was I think it was in the 90s, right? So we get back to present day, and excuse me. Black Panther is being coronated as king.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because his father dies.
His father dies. We see that in Civil War. His father dies.
Yeah, you get a flashback of it.
But he's obviously busy during Civil War helping the Avengers, so that coronation is delayed.
Yes.
So at the start of this movie, he is his coronation, and in Wakanda, first of all, we see Wakanda, and visually stunning.
That's really good.
Really visually stunning.
Well, Wakanda is stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but they also like explain what Wakanda is. They explain like the rituals they still have, which is good. Like they actually give all the context to Wakanda.
Like they build a world there.
Yeah.
Like
you know what it is.
And you also then see from news broadcasts from the outside that people think Wakanda is just like a normal sort of impoverished African country.
Yeah, you see the news shots from like the rest of the world.
So you're given like full context as to what they actually are. And,
yes.
You know. But it also raises the question like, why don't they share it? And then that's like an internal argument within Black Panther for the whole movie.
Yes, that's the whole movie. Yeah,
because that's of it when once Killmonger becomes king, which he does.
Spoiler.
This is a spoiler. This is a review.
Yeah.
That's his like big thing. He wants to like mobilize people around the world, like Wakandan people around the world. Black people around the world, right?
No, he wants to.
Yeah.
He wants to fight all the countries.
Exactly.
Right? He wants to take over the world as one big Wakanda.
Yeah.
So, that's quite bad, I guess.
So that's like I think that's a struggle within Black Panther for the movie, like whether it would go that far if he released all this information. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But back on, so to become king, there's a trial. There's like all the tribes come together and they decide whether they want to fight, like argue against him become king or not. So everybody says no, but then these guys
really good, really well made. The fight scenes, wow,
yeah.
they were really nice.
These guys they're outcasted in Wakanda.
Yep.
They come down and their king, the leader of those guys, is like, no, I object. I want a trial. So then they fight. Great fight scene. Really
good.
Like Black Panther. So basically, what happens before is he loses the power of the Black Panther, so that he's like shown to be a good fighter even without it. Mm-hmm. And he has to fight this guy. Action scenes are really, really good. I mean, it's pretty gripping. Like he gets stabbed in the middle of it. You're like, oh shit, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
They're both hanging off this cliff. Towards the end, it's like they build really good tension within the fight, and it's like better than like Marvel movies have been previously, because it's always just like, oh, Hulk smash, Iron Man, let's blow some shit up.
The hero always easily wins, and with
because
this
they're so much powerful than everybody else.
He's a way bigger story right now. Like.
It's like a story within the fight is just like that. He's like, okay, we know he's good when he's got the power, but can he do it without it?
Yep. And it's all in Wakanda, so also all the tribes know each other. So
yeah, and everybody wants him to win because he's their king and they like trust him. But
yeah, he's a good guy, sort of.
You feel, even though it's not that far into the movie, you feel you're invested in at least the main characters at that point already.
Yes, and then like the actual story starts.
Yeah, after that's when it actually kicks into gear. So
with Michael B. Jordan, Eric Killmonger, who we get to meet, and
so it's like
we start with
the first half an hour is really important, and I'm glad they didn't do it in like a pre-comic like they do sometimes. Sometimes they lay those foundations in like a comic they release before the movie comes out. I can't think of an example right now, but
no, same.
I'm glad they didn't lay because those are like if you're not invested in the country, then there's no point.
True. Yeah.
So,
well, then you get to meet Ulysses Claw or something. This is the guy who has found out about Wakanda.
Oh, Ulysses.
Yeah.
He's played by Andy Serkis. I think really good performance.
Definitely.
I think it ended a little bit too soon.
For me, he was one of the best characters in the movie.
I think it ended too soon. I think he's definitely a guy that they could have brought back for Black Panther 2.
They killed him off too fast, but when they killed him, it also made the actual villain way more interesting.
Yeah, okay, Killmonger became like his own man after he killed him. But I think maybe making him go away somehow without killing him would have been better.
That would be hard though, because he was some kind of psychopath type.
Yeah,
character,
I know.
So he would always return.
Maybe get arrested. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, and I think to have him return then in the next movie as the main villain, because I think he was really, really interesting character, and
absolutely.
I was happy to see Andy Serkis do something not in motion capture for once.
Yes.
Like obviously he has many performances, but I mean on a big stage because he's Gollum.
Yeah, he is Gollum. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's Caesar in Planet of the Apes as well. It's good to see a big broad performance of him with his actual face.
Yeah, and he was good.
He was
a good
really
actor,
really good.
So.
I mean he's clearly good, but I mean something on like this massive franchise scale, it would have been nice to see him get a couple of movies out of it.
Absolutely, it's so true. So yeah, you got introduced to him. You first think he's the main villain, but then
well, he's built up like this.
Yeah,
he made an attack. He's the one man.
He likes the vibranium so much. He wants everything. Like
he's apparently the only man the only like non-Wakandan to go to Wakanda and make it out alive. And
it's really good. Like this movie also gets back to Civil War because in Civil War it's Ultron is the main villain, and he has all this vibranium out of nowhere. Yeah. And so Black Panther says, hey, this is where the vibranium comes from. Like so it adds up, which is really nice. And this is also he's tied to Killmonger's dad who was killed. Yep. He was in cahoots with him. So it's really nicely packaged together to it all just fits. Like he's a bit more of a despicable traditional Marvel villain, to be honest. Yeah. Like there's no real redeeming factors about him. He's like from the Dark Knight, Alfred says some men just want to watch the world burn. He's that kind of villain. Mm-hmm. But like crazy, like he's insane, so it's compelling to watch what he's going to do next. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, true. That's good. But yeah, okay. So then Eric Killmonger kills him. Yeah. So they think everything's rosy, like they're going to go to Wakanda and all this, and everything's good, and then they're about to get in the plane and Killmonger. They're not going to Wakanda. Killmonger wants to go to Wakanda. Yeah. He says, "No, what the f is dumb? We're going to some place safe." Oh. And then he says, "Nah, kill you." So he kills him. So they get in a big fight, which was again a pretty good action scene, but it was pretty short. Yeah. It was tense because you're like, oh, this is like a big character. You could easily see that they were the strongest characters. They just killed off the other guys. There were 2 other guys, I think. Easy kill. Yeah. And then they like sort of fought together. Oh, and you also what's really like, they almost build up Killmonger to be a good guy in this scene because, Ulysses grabs the girl Killmonger's girlfriend or whatever. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. They really build up Killmonger to be a despicable guy. Because he grabs his girlfriend and then he just shoots her in the head. Yeah, he just kills her. Yeah. But he does. To be fair, he does bring her back. He brings her back to no, sorry, he brings Ulysses. I'm getting so confused here. Yeah. Yeah. No, he kills him. And he knows that if he brought her back to Wakanda, she'd be brought back to life. Yep. And he doesn't. Oh well. So we see that was like we're kind of okay. He's done some shitty things. He's like stolen some stuff. He paralyzed Martin Freeman's character at the stage we haven't talked about yet. Everett. Oh yeah. He had paralyzed Everett at this point. He shot him. Yeah. No, but he didn't. He shot the girl Black Panther is in love with. His ex. Yeah. But he jumped in front of her, so he saved her. Yeah. And that's how. So it wasn't his intention to shoot Martin Freeman, but still. Yeah, Martin Freeman's character. Yeah. Sorry. I think he's a necessary character in this movie as well. Martin. Yeah. Yes, but he is a stereotype. Like he is the stereotype. Like okay. I think that's what I think. Like the movie really did it well with like an all black cast, but they just had to have the original white guy in there. Like that's how it feels like for me. Like. In all the movies, they have the stereotyping black guy. Like they needed a white guy in it to like make it sell. Yes, and he's such a stereotyped white guy. Like he's so English. He's so CIA. Like I suppose. Or FBI. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I thought he was a decent character, but yeah, he's a good character. Yeah, but still, I don't know. It felt a little weird for me. Yeah, I get it. Like I mean. Okay, but that. But anyway, back to the point. It's a really good movie. It is a really good movie, but it's not like. This is not like one of the best movies ever. No, it's not. It's one of the best superhero movies ever. I would say, probably in the top 5. One of the best. Probably in the top 5. Yeah, top 5. Yeah. But it's not like this isn't going to change. This isn't going to change the game. You know what I mean? Like this is not. Yeah, it wasn't the news all the time. Like this is a game changer. Yeah. I don't think so. It's not it's not going to be like, oh my god, this is like, movies are going to be made like this forever now. It didn't change that much from the traditional Marvel formula. No. It changed a little bit, what made it so much better, because I think they've had some really, really poor showings lately. Marvel. Like? Civil War. Okay. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was really bad. Okay. Well. I thought it was like worse superhero movies, not including the really shit ones from the 2000s, because they like, obviously. Yeah. Like, they're serious ones recently. Mm-hmm. So Batman vs. Superman, then a Civil War. Okay. I haven't seen Justice League, so I don't know. No, okay, yeah, but like that's not Marvel anymore.
But no, I'm saying superhero movies. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think Civil War was just like everything wrong with the Marvel franchise. All it did was set up for other movies. That was it.
Yeah, that's true.
And obviously
that's what I said. Like they set up the vibranium thing in Civil War.
Mm-hmm. Like to be fair, this doesn't set up for too much more. Obviously, we had the after credit scene, which we can talk about, but that didn't even really set up for that much. I don't think. Like this was really its own movie, and it's really what a new franchise needs. It needs to just have its own movie before they think about the MCU.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's a little bit at the end, but they can't like constantly like. It's like in Civil War, they're like, oh, guess what? Ant-Man's in it now. Yeah. Let's go. Like it was like
but
he had his own movie before. I know. What I'm saying is, it's like, oh yeah, let's just like call Ant-Man. He's around now.
Oh,
never mentioned him before. Like it's not like
yeah. He's never been in the Avengers before, but he's had.
It seems like a weird way to introduce a character into the movie, you know, into like this the wider franchise.
Yeah. I know this guy. Let me call him. Yeah.
Yeah. You just know him when it's convenient.
It's a little weird.
Yeah. It's like. I definitely this is probably the best. I'm trying to think of a better Marvel Studios movie because Deadpool doesn't count.
Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, was better. The first Guardians of the Galaxy was better than Black Panther. That's what I think. That's one of the best Marvel movies out now.
It's definitely between those two.
Yeah.
Because it's just not. Nothing else has really been like, okay, Iron Man 1 is great. Probably the top 3 are Black Panther, Iron Man 1, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Not in that order, just.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think anything past that has been a really good movie, you know?
From Marvel.
I don't think anything's actually been a good movie. Like, this was a good movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, oh, yes.
Yeah, you already said that like twice.
I know, but I need to reinforce it because it sounds like I'm stuck in the movies, and I'm not. I'm just like, I enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay.
But, like...
That makes sense.
It wasn't the way everybody makes it out to be.
True.
Everybody, all the actors were really good in it. Like, everybody performed well. Like,
okay, yeah, all the actors were good at it, but I kind of had the feeling that Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, I don't know. He didn't really have a connection to the other actors. I don't know. It just didn't. All the actors were like good together, but the actual Black Panther was a little bit out.
I wonder would Michael B. Jordan be better as Black Panther?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think.
Because if you've seen him in Creed, you know he can play like an underdog hero. You haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen it.
If you've seen Creed, you know he can do that. That's a great movie. Like, in my opinion, Sylvester Stallone was robbed for an Oscar in that movie because he was great. Like, everybody in that movie was great.
Yeah.
So we know we can play a hero, but it's too late now.
Michael B. Jordan is just a good actor because this showing of him was good as well.
He's been gonna like we talked about Friday Night Lights in the last podcast. You've not seen the season he's in yet, but like that wasn't a particularly good season of the show, and he was still solid in it.
Yeah. But so we were actually talking about his character, Eric, when he brings Ulysses back. When he starts like to become king, he defeats Chadwick.
So Black Panther. Basically what happens is he comes in and says like I challenge him, and then Black Panther didn't actually have to accept this challenge because he's like the honorable kind of stupid hero, like not stupid but like he's like the honorable hero.
Why does he not? He had to accept it because he was of royal blood.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. So he comes because he's royal blood. He's like, no, I should be king.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, let's do it. So he loses the Black Panther powers again, and he loses the fight, gets thrown off the waterfall. So this is the problem with Marvel movies. We know he's not dead.
Yeah.
But you have to suspend your disbelief.
You know it.
But you have to suspend your disbelief a little. Just kind of invest in the drama, so it's fine.
But just because you don't see him fall, like dead.
Yeah. You
see him thrown off. That's it.
So
you know he's gonna come back.
And but also they compensated for that with like they know everybody knows he's not dead, but they compensate with that with he's no longer the king.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's like the big talking point out of this fight.
Yeah.
So he becomes king, and then he destroys all the basically
the power, like the plants.
The plants that make
that make you give you the Black Panther.
Yeah,
power.
And it sends you to the world with all the people that have died previous. Oh, your ancestors. Sorry. Yeah. So he sees his father.
What I don't understand.
Yeah.
Black Panther. Another thing. Sorry, I'm about this movie. Black Panther goes to the Panther 3 with all the old Black Panthers. Why does he not go to?
Because that's all his father, his grandfather, his great grandfather. It's his lineage. So he goes and sees his lineage, which is just his father. And obviously, for convenience, didn't introduce like 20 new characters because he went back to the apartment. I guess it's because he's an outsider, right?
Yeah, he's sort of,
So then, because he becomes king, this leads to a split in the sort of cabinet. So Daniel Kabuya, that's probably a really bad pronunciation of his name, but he plays one of the tribes leaders who seemingly was like really in support of
sharing the
Oh no, he was right? No, but previous. He was really in support of like Black Panther as king and all this. Oh yeah. And he was also in a relationship with his like protector. I'm not sure of her name. I'm not sure the character's name. He's like.
Oh yeah, the protector with Okoye.
Yeah,
Okoye. That's it.
So they were sort of in. It was hinted that they were in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And I've read it since then that there was a scene that sort of explained their relationship more, but it really slowed down the pace of the movie, so they removed it. And that actually.
At the end, like sort of when there's the fight scene, mm-hmm. you see that they're in a relationship.
Yeah. Well, it was sort of it was pretty hinted at before then as well.
Okay.
So he like they actually like are on opposite sides of this. Daniel Kaluuya's character is in support of Killmonger as king, and she's not because she obviously used to serve Black Panther.
Yeah.
But she
she
can't leave because she's
bound to the throne.
Yeah. So she has to stay that. So then Black Panther's family escape because they're obviously going to get killed by Killmonger
if he stays.
If they stay, so they get out of there, and they start to go to the guys in the mountains then.
Yeah, the old like rival type of clans. Sort of.
The guy who he fought initially at the trial.
Yeah.
To give him the power of the Black Panther because they took one flower with them before he destroyed it all.
Very smart.
And then it turns out, who found him? A fisherman found Black Panther in the river.
And he lives. Wow, we didn't expect that, did we?
And they kept him alive, putting him in like ice or something.
We didn't expect that.
So they give him the power of the Black Panther again, and that leads to the big final showdown, where he reclaims the throne, and then they spread all the technology to the rest of the world.
Yeah. He goes like to the UN, I think it was.
He goes to the UN and he reveals like Wakanda's true power, and like there's actually this kind of good line where he's like, Wakanda's ready to share all its knowledge, and then one guy goes, what
knowledge? Like you're a farmer's village.
He's like, no offense, what's a poor farmer's country going to give to the rest of the world? And he just laughs, and then they cuts. That was a good scene.
It was a good scene, yeah. About the fight scene though, like the two Black Panthers fight, like Killmonger and.
Oh wait, that's a great. Yeah, I completely forgot.
I didn't like the CGI in that. Like I don't know. It just wasn't that. It wasn't that good. I just didn't feel real. Real's a bad word, but it just didn't feel that right to me. All the fight scenes were great, like the traditional fight scenes, they were good, but those in the suits, it just didn't look that good to me.
But I think after that fight scene that so Black Panther defeats Killmonger, obviously, because it's a Marvel movie. And
hero always wins.
And he brings him to see the sunset in Wakanda because his father told him that it was the most beautiful thing in the world, so he wants to see it. So before he dies, he brings him up. And in that moment of the movie, I was like, okay, let's save this guy's life. I think he's changed.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Killmonger's changed.
Yeah, but
so I think that they really have the character arc for him is really interesting because he gets from like, okay, he's sort of henchman, and then he's like the most despicable man on the planet after he comes back to Wakanda and does all he does, and then he's back around to being like, okay, I think this guy.
But he did so much stuff that would make him a very, very highly
hated guy. Yeah. So I think that's why it wasn't possible for him to be saved. But like,
exactly.
I think as an audience member.
Yeah.
You think that
he definitely was one of the best characters in the movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's very true. You wanna the after credit scene?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't read much into this. Which one? There's two.
Yeah. So
do you want
the first one is where he goes to the UN.
No, the first one is where they go to LA again.
Oh yeah.
So basically, they decided to set up this like outreach center in LA in the building where Killmonger's father was killed.
Yes.
That's basically just saying, oh yeah, Black Panther's in the US again, so we can be in the Avengers.
And he's gonna spread out the
vibranium.
Stuff,
so
the vibranium.
They're gonna have vibranium to fight Thanos, basically.
Yep.
That's it.
That's kind of what. But the last, like the actual after credit scene, with Bucky in it without his arm.
Yeah. So Bucky wakes up without his arm, and he steps out, and it turns out he's in Wakanda.
Yeah, which is weird, because.
But I think that this is before
the actual movie.
Before Black Panther.
I think that too. Because when Martin Freeman's character, Everett, is his name?
Yeah, Everett.
He comes in to, like, with his broken spine or something, or with his bullet in his...
Yeah.
It's the sister of, like, Black Panther says another white boy to play with.
Yeah, to play with, yeah.
So who is the other white boy? I think...
It must be Bucky.
Bucky. Yeah. That's what I think too.
So yeah, I don't.
So
think
that's why that's a weird scene.
But I don't think it means that much.
No,
like comparable to other scenes we've seen. I don't think it means that much.
But it's a little weird that they put that after. So it maybe like his arm is probably gonna have an upgrade, a vibranium upgrade. That's probably what it meant.
It's gonna shoot dildos or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that might be it.
It's gonna turn into Saints Row.
Saints Row.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
That's gonna be fun though.
Okay, so
that's kind of Black Panther. Yo, so quick review. What do you think? Out of 10.
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it 2 sort of scoring systems.
Okay.
Right? So about this thing: is it good? Is it fun? And was it well made? 100% well made. Everything looked great. CGI, even though it wasn't to your taste, still well done.
Okay.
It was shot well. Everything. It was good. It was investable as a movie, and the least you can say about Marvel movies, except for maybe Civil War, I'm really shitting on it, but I don't. I didn't think it was even fun, but I think most Marvel movies you can say are fun.
This was fun. Yes.
This was fun. Yes, I think you can say most Marvel movies are fun. At the very
that's
least.
the purpose of Marvel movies, like being fun. Not the story is not that much to go into, but
think
mostly to be fun. Like.
As a movie by itself, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty high.
I don't think so. It's not that high. That's like just below great movie.
Average.
Yeah. Well, like it's just above average. So.
Oh yeah, I think I actually give it the same. Yeah. But I recently saw Thor Ragnarok again.
I haven't seen that.
And that's an actual like Marvel. It's about fun. It's a funny movie. Like they make stupid jokes.
But you probably give it like a 4 or 5.
It's a ha ha ha. No, I like that more than the Black Panther one.
Okay, so we saw Get Out together pretty recently, and we both loved it. I would give that a 9 or maybe a 10.
Yeah.
So
that's a 9.
Absolutely. So you can see
that's a 8.5 like minimal. Like.
If you've seen those 2 movies, you know what that's a good movie. Black Panther's it's an okay movie. It's a great Marvel movie.
The Marvel, it's a good Marvel movie, definitely.
If we're rating it on Marvel movies, it's probably a 9 or 10. I don't think a Marvel movie can get much better than this.
Yeah.
I don't think a Marvel movie will ever get much better than this.
But what's the new one called? Where they fight Thanos?
Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
So, okay,
that one has to be like big.
Yeah, it can be big, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good.
True.
Like I think that the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, their tones are so different that it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy is a way.
But the thing I have they got all the superheroes. They got Black Panther. They got Doctor Strange. They got Thor with like lightning powers because of Ragnarok. He got that in Ragnarok.
Yeah, but how much is too much?
They got all the.
But how much is too much?
Yeah, this is too much. I think.
Yeah, and how are they? Okay, Thanos is really really powerful, but it's like Superman. How is Superman ever going to lose?
Yeah.
It's not even just the Avengers anymore. How is this super team of superheroes ever going to lose?
Exactly. How is 5 times Superman going to lose to
maybe they could shock us and maybe
purple guy.
They could shock us and maybe kill Captain America. They could do that, but I wouldn't be that surprised because he's probably fading out of the series from this point now anyway.
And he's definitely one of the weakest characters.
They could also kill Tony Stark because Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to have been done for the last 3 movies.
Yeah, just like Chris Evans.
So they could kill off all the old guard.
Which I hate because I love the old guard. But
I think that they need to move on because those characters are done.
True, but I don't really like the new Avengers. They're too strong.
They're but like.
If you think about it, like,
you'd be more annoyed if it was like Iron Man 2.0, right? If they got just a new guy wearing a suit.
But like the Flash, he's so fucking strong. Like he has.
Yeah, but the Flash is in Justice League.
Yeah, but like that's just an example. Like, the Flash is like one punch that can kill everyone.
But like Doctor Strange is a better example. Yeah, he can just rewind time.
The Flash is now Doctor Strange. He can just rewind time and fight.
And like so they can never feasibly lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, but basically, Black Panther is going to be the best Marvel movie for a while, and it could be the best Marvel movie ever.
Ever is a big scream, but for this year, definitely for these like the next Marvel movies who have been announced, it's definitely gonna be the best.
But I don't think there's been a better one previous.
Okay.
Previous or in the future, I don't see it.
Okay. Yeah, well,
I don't even Black Panther.
I think Guardians is better. Guardians 2 was better as well than the Black Panther.
I think that Black Panther 2 is going to be a real disappointment.
If there's going to be one.
There will be. It's going to be.
You're not sure.
I am.
How?
Because it made money. It's Marvel.
True.
It's Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you give out of 10 then? Oh, you 7. You said a 7.
Yes, yeah. 6.5 or 7. Okay. 6.7. 6.8.
6.8. Solid review.
Solid.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that's it.
That was just rambling about Black Panther.
Rambling, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you liked it. Probably not, because we have stupid opinions you don't like.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some news on games and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess.
So we got some news articles from GameSpot and Kotaku.
So, this is GameSpot, yeah, and a Netflix Witcher TV show is gonna
startup.
Well, we are news of a startup, but it's in a milestone. There's a full script for the pilot now.
Yeah.
So we just kind of pull this up because we want to talk about
The Witcher.
I suppose The Witcher, and because The Witcher is a great game,
and the company, the CD Projekt Red. They made the game.
We love you. Please give us a job.
Yeah. They're a good company.
Yeah. They actually have nothing to do with the TV show though.
Sadly.
But what I want to talk about was sort of this particular show and then adaptations of games and like forms of media.
Yeah. Until now, like Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider movie.
Tomb Raider, yeah.
One of the things. Tomb Raider, sorry.
We saw the trailer for that when we went to see Black Panther and we both laughed.
Yeah, because all movies and TV series based on games till now have been pretty.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a decent one.
Halo.
I didn't even.
It was so bad.
Didn't even watch that.
It was really bad.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie is amazing.
What? There's a Super Mario movie?
Oh, you haven't seen this?
No.
Okay, I'll show it to you later. It's so. If you don't know what this is, look it up. We'll link it in the description. I'll link a trailer or something, or like a compilation because it's great.
Okay.
It's awful, but it's great.
I'm
pretty sure Joe Pesci is in it.
Who?
Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Don't even know who he is. What the fuck?
Anyway.
But The Witcher. You played The Witcher?
You played it also, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you had. Okay, yeah. So in my opinion, The Witcher 3 is the best game ever released. It's stunningly beautiful, well polished. Gameplay is challenging, but not too challenging. Dark Souls. It's got a great main story, and the main story is built around the side quests, so you really get a sense of world. If you let yourself do a lot of stuff in that world, you'll like learn about it. You know, like it's not just like pointless like fetch quests. Some of it is a fetch quest, but it still furthers the story. You know what I mean? So
pretty nice.
It's not perfect, but it's the best thing I've played to date. Like I've had crazy hours on it. Like the expansion packs are like 2 wholly new games.
Just want to ask you, like you think The Witcher is the best game ever? So are you excited for the series they're making, The Witcher series?
Yes.
Because
it's not based on the game.
It's not based on the game. So.
Yeah, it's because it's based on the books. I am excited for it.
Have you read any of the books? Okay.
No, I'm not a reader.
Yeah. True.
Like, if it was based on the game, I'd see it as although I trust CD Projekt Red, so I don't know. Like they're a really great company.
Yeah, they're really good. They're making a new game.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh man, I'm so hyped.
I can't wait.
That looks so good.
That's gonna be good.
That looks so good. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited for this. I think it's in the right hands of the right company as well. Like Netflix are making it.
Made some good stuff.
They've had some home runs with TV shows like Black Mirror. We talked about in the last episode. I haven't watched that much of it, but it's clearly
I like it a lot.
Show.
I like it a lot.
Better Call Saul it's a pretty good show. It's not as good as Breaking Bad, obviously. I'm trying to think of what else they've made. Like I don't watch it, but Orange is the New Black, apart from the most recent season, is supposed to be great.
Yep. Yeah, Netflix is good with series. Yep. Sometimes, not all of them, but some of them.
But adaptations from games usually doesn't go that well. But this is lucky because it's not really an adaptation from a game.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, and we're not going to talk about what we think about Trump as a politician because
he's great.
It's not the time or place. But and we're not going to really. Obviously, there was really bad tragedy in America. I think it was last week. There was a shooting
in a school.
This is sort of in relation to this. It's sort of the typical thing that brought up every time there's a shooting in America. Trump raises the issue of video games and movie violence, suggesting ratings board is needed in reference to the shooting that happened.
Stupid.
So there's a couple of quotes here from him,
which is pretty sad.
Let me just find them.
So it's pretty sad that Trump gives the video games and movies like he says that it's the fault of the video games and the movies, which is really stupid because I saw this interview of one of the victims. Like the parents had an interview about like their kid has passed away or died in the accident, and they were just talking like, oh yeah, you can just get a gun without like a license that's like actually legal, like it's an illegal license, and you still could get a gun like easily. So that's probably the bigger problem than the video games, but you know.
So Trump said we have to do something about it. Maybe what they're seeing and how they're seeing it. Also video games. I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence in video games is really shaping young people's thoughts. He also brought up movies. I think it's a little bit ridiculous to say something about. Obviously, media can have an influence on somebody's mind, but how in your right mind are you if you let something that's not real influence you like that?
It probably has influence on some people.
Okay, but then the question is like, their parents should look at what they're.
Yeah.
If you're under 18, and I think I don't know, but if it's a school, I would assume the guy who did it was under 18. And in general, it like. If you're over 18, you're obviously not in your right mind if this thing is
smart to do.
Like, if like, if you do something like this, you probably have something wrong mentally with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and maybe it's encouraged by this kind of stuff, but then like somebody needs to step in and say this isn't healthy for you.
Yeah.
Most normal people, like nothing.
They turn off the game and they're out of the game. Like they turn off the console and it's done with them. So
like you hear stories about guys that kill each other over FIFA games. Like I've heard that.
Okay.
Like, in England. Like like he got shot because of a FIFA game. But that stuff is like there's something going on. There. It's not because of the game. It's like
there's more to it.
And we keep talking about Friday Night Lights. It's so stupid. But like the other day, we watched an episode last night where this new player comes to the team and he walks into the diner and he calls a Mexican guy a wetback, which is like, if you don't know, it's like a really derogatory term for Mexican people in America. And he told him to like go back across the border and this kind of stuff.
Pretty racist.
And they let the other guy that called him that like walked out of the diner, but then this other guy came in and like was like, I don't know why everybody's like saying football players is such a big deal.
Yeah, so they spent their like aggression on something else.
So he like then that guy, the guy that said I don't know why football players is such a big deal, he got bet up by the guy. It's like they have aggression about something, and then maybe games trigger this or something, but like it's not. Then if they're that mad about something, then
maybe games are like
maybe they're not for you.
Games are maybe like the drop that make the bucket like flow over.
Yeah, like
it's too much. The games
the straw that brought the camel's back.
Yeah, it's too much. You know. Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think people, like normal people who don't have something like mentally wrong with them or who don't have anger issues or whatever, should be punished because a certain few people do it. And the thing about it is, the problem in America is that guns are really easily attainable.
That's the biggest, like NRA. That's the biggest problem. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So European guys talking about guns. NRA, you guys.
Mm-hmm. So now we're on to Russia.
Best country in the world.
Yeah. So good. They aired Armored 3 when talking about the Syrian war.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just think this is pretty funny. I think people need to know about it. So they thought that Armored 3, which if you don't know, it's like a
war simulator type of game.
Yep. They thought that was actual footage from the Syrian war.
Yeah, and they showed it on the news.
Yeah.
We'll by the way we'll link these stuff in the description and stuff. You can check it out.
I'm pretty sure the BBC did it as well. It says in this interview at some point. They did it with something else. Oh, CNN. They had footage of. The BBC
used halos. Used the symbol of Halo. What?
Yeah, used Halo symbol for it's goes in the United Nations instead of the actual United Nations. And Metal Gear Solid has also appeared in BBC News. Britain, guys.
What?
Great country.
Talk about fake news, Trump.
Yeah, talk about fake news.
Talk about some fake
maybe
news.
He's right about Russia.
Maybe he's right. Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. So, this is just dumb.
This is just stupid.
This is actual news. Like,
who works for these companies?
Yeah.
Come on. The fact, like, Armored 3 has okay graphics. They're not.
Well,
it's fine.
You can clearly see it's not real.
Yeah. Like, look. Okay. So you'll see. We'll leave the articles in the thing. You'll see in the picture. Like, we have a screen grab. It's okay. It's
not real.
It's a nice looking game, but it does not look.
You can clearly see the grass is fake.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to this. We've got one more article to go.
Just people are stupid, and that probably won't change a lot.
Yes, we've got another one on Kotaku. And this is about this is sort of just a topic I want to talk about.
Okay.
It's about like loot boxes in games, and the ESRB announced recently that they're going to add in-game purchases to the ratings of games, like how it's like violence, drug use, sex.
Oh, and
they're going to have in-game purchases as a little symbol.
Okay.
I presume PEGI will follow suit in Europe.
What?
PEGI is in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
ESRB is the American one.
Oh.
So I presume PEGI will follow suit and do the same thing. But I want to know if you think that games should be over 18s if there's loot boxes in them.
Yes.
Yep.
PEGI works in Europe. Yeah. You can't buy a PEGI game if you're like under 18, and the PEGI is.
Well, no, you can if it's 18 rated.
Yeah,
if it's
like
18 rated.
If the game is like 18 rated with PEGI, you can't buy it. Like you have to bring your parents to buy it, which is good.
But it doesn't work.
That's kind of ruined. That's kind of ruined now because you can just buy the games online, and they'll just bring it to your front door.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the loot boxes make a lot of money because people just spend all their money in it and they gamble.
Like, you hear a lot about kids using their parents' credit cards, which their parents should be more responsible, but also game companies should have a little bit of a conscience as well.
Why?
Because it's not right. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
But they can't do anything about it. They just add the loot boxes and
exactly,
the kids, like they.
But like they get these kids highly addicted to this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I'm asking you. Do you think it should be?
Yeah, I think
it should be rated as gambling? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't think they should remove it because it makes a lot of money.
No, they probably shouldn't remove it. But do you think it should be like counted as gambling? Because you like on gambling websites, they have to verify you're over 18.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that to your bank. You give them your bank card and they can verify your date of birth through your bank. Do you think they should have to do the same thing? Because I think that, like...
Yes, but also no. Because it's different.
It is a little different, but then we had that
on
thing...
the gambling websites, you like actually get money back from it.
This is a little bit different, but... I mean, we had that thing with Syndicate. Remember with the CSGO skins?
Yeah, he made his own website, right?
Yeah, and it was rigged when he used it. So we had that kind of thing, which is a similar idea. It's just not in a game. Mm-hmm. That is rated as gambling.
CS:GO is
the same. CS:GO Lotto, yeah. It's the same thing.
Kinda. The actual CS:GO boxes, like the crates.
Yeah, they're in game. But the CS:GO Lotto.
That's gambling as well.
Exactly. So then it's the same thing, right? In like any game that has like.
I think CS:GO is even better because you can like sell the stuff again.
Yeah.
So that's like even more gambling. Like you can actually make money out of it.
Yeah.
So and this is just skins, so you can't sell this anymore, which
it's a tough
makes it weird.
It's a tough decision, and like it says here, can we scroll to the?
Of course.
The top.
Oh.
It says after months of controversy, they'll finally do it. But I get why it's a difficult issue because it's almost like the same thing. It's at a turning point, like when GTA San Andreas came out and they added the AO or the 18 rating. Mm-hmm. Like so, AO in ESRB used different ratings.
AO, yeah, I know what that
only.
is. I know what that is.
For GTA San Andreas, it's like this is like okay, is there some sort of change that needs to be met here?
Yeah.
And it was a big decision at the time, too. I think we're at a turning point where a decision needs to be made and. Things aren't getting any better.
But if this is going to be labeled as gambling, then EA has a big problem because they this is one of their main incomes,
and that's where the lobbying thing is.
And it will definitely like slow down their sales if it's
But they're definitely going to lobby not to have it happen.
True.
Because if parents hear gambling, then they're not going to let their kids do it.
Exactly.
But it's tough. It's a tough.
Mm-hmm. Because FIFA, for example, has the FIFA packs. Mm-hmm. I like playing FIFA, but I don't play FUT Champs.
I don't play
FUT either. Yeah, sorry. So a parent could think, oh, there's gambling in this game. No, you're not playing it. But I don't even play the part where the gambling is in. Yeah. So that's even it makes it like more difficult to even.
Yeah. So not every game has it, but like obviously Battlefront 2 is like a really bad example. Like.
No, it's a really good example.
It's a good example of in-game purchases, but it's not like a good example of a game.
No, true.
It's like the opposite of what CD Projekt Red did with The Witcher. Mm-hmm. Like I was kind of on the point towards the end of what I was saying about it, but like the two. First of all, they released like 13 free DLCs because their attitude is DLC shouldn't cost anything because it's just stuff we didn't have time to make, and the things you pay for were like 2 full games. They're like 20 hours each. It's crazy.
So good.
And you get something from a loot box for like whatever €2. But the problem is people get hooked on the chase. They see people on YouTube get something good and they're like, oh, maybe I can
do it too. But
and then it hooks them.
I'm sorry, guys. Get you out of your dream.
It might happen, but you're going to be
the knife.
Just go buy a new game.
The knife chances were 0.0100% or something. It was like 3 zeros behind.
Yeah. Like you're better off just to go buy a new game.
And like then YouTube are rigging it. It's so stupid, but it happens, and the companies make so much money on it. So why would they stop doing it?
That's why I think it should be.
If you make money on something, you're not going to stop. You want the money, like.
Yeah. I think that it should be labeled as gambling, but I don't think it ever will be because Activision, EA, most of the bigger companies, most of the bigger companies that make multiplayer games depend on it, so they'll just lobby to not have it happen. So I think it should happen, but I don't think it will.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, that's settled, I guess. Well. That's everything
That's it for today. Yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Leave a like, subscribe.
Oh yeah, leave a rating on iTunes so we can get in the new Noteworthy.
Please. 5 stars. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does iTunes rate
I think it stars. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
we'll find out.
Give 10 otherwise.
Pros. We're pros. Just give us the top.
Yeah. Good rating, please.
And don't forget to, if you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on iTunes for the uncensored version.
Yep.
And if you want to see the video and you're on iTunes, check out the YouTube.
If you like swearing, go to iTunes. If you like video, go to YouTube.
Also, if you don't really like digesting these full podcasts, we'll be uploading 3 clips a week.
Yep. like best of clips and important stuff.
That'll just be to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's
well, we can't upload like a 4-minute podcast to iTunes. It's not very feasible. So.
No, that's true.
Okay, bye guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See ya.